I'm Sam Heifel. Welcome to Entertainment Weekly's 2024 Comic-Con studio. Joined now by the cast of Wynonna, Earp, Vengeance. We've got a colon now. What was it like for you guys to get the call that you were coming back?
I'm stuck on the colon part.
I've had one the whole time.
What was the question? Oh, getting the call?
Yeah. What was it like?
It was the best day ever. I mean, why is everybody hesitating? Tubi's the hero we needed there.
Because we're like, what can we say? What can we not say?
It was the best day ever. For me personally, just to get to do this character and more to know that the fans were going to find out. That was the best part. For sure.
Yeah, it was the excitement of waiting for the fans to know. Like, it was because we had heard some whispers. Tim was whispering about it a little bit. He knew a little bit more sometimes than we did. And we were like, okay. But then once we knew that the fans were going to, that was the really exciting day, waiting for them to know.
Yeah. What was the actual, break for you all from, filming the show to getting to film this?
Felt like 10 years, I think.
I wonder what it actually was. What actually was it?
3?
Like 3 years?
3, I guess, yeah. I feel like it was a really, big time for everyone in our lives. So much had happened. So it was like coming back felt like a different chapter in a way that we were, all in a different place in our life, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yet coming back felt like coming home, and it made perfect sense, and everybody just was like, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh my goodness, it was amazing how crazy that was.
Yeah.
It was like being back on set immediately for 3 seconds there was, can we do this? And then as soon as everyone started talking, we're like, oh yeah. We got this amazing, we're back. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. Who do we feel like, whose character has changed the most since we've seen them last?
I feel like everyone's grown up a little bit more. There's an evolution of characters.
Yeah.
Not anything specific that we can talk about, but there is an evolution and a growth, I think, of everyone.
Well, were you going to say something?
No.
I really want to,
Yeah, I know.
but I know there's people listening that will kill me if I...
You guys do have such a passionate fandom. What has, you were talking about waiting for the fans to know. What has the fan reaction been? What has it been like for you all since the news broke to now?
I think the thing that sticks out to me the most is talking to Tubi before the fans kind of knew, and then talking to Tubi after, and then we were like, we tried to tell you guys, but it's something about seeing it for yourself and seeing Tubi get behind the property, and it's all because of the fans. They drive the excitement for the show, and that's the key, is letting Tubi know how excited they are about it, and just seeing their reactions, and that propels Tubi, and it's just this beautiful circle. So it's been really fun to see that new relationship build between our new home and our fan base.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to ask some questions. You all say whatever you can say. Can you give me any, Nicole Waverly, or how are they? Can you say anything?
Living their best wifey life.
Great.
Yeah, I think that's what was really cool. And you were talking about the evolution of the characters. I think that certainly for Waverly, it feels as though she's in a more mature place in her life, and she's kind of just settled into her queerness and her outer expression, as well as just the relationship to the everyday that we see in this sort of what happens after happily ever after, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just even happier ever after is
right.
Right?
Happier
that's
ever.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
that's not what's going to happen, I realize.
Not without its real, what I think I love also is that we do get to see, there is a bit of a, okay, now what? Mm-hmm. That happens. And I think that's been really interesting for us to explore with these characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, Wynonna and Doc left at the end of the show. They were having a bit of a happy moment. Where do we pick up? What can you tell me? Obviously, we're coming back to Purgatory.
Well, Tim is really excited to answer this question.
Well, there's the thing.
Yeah. Huge.
With the thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Which causes some big things.
Uh-huh.
And, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
We do find Doc and Wynonna in I'm going to steal out what happens after Happily Ever After, because then there's still life continues, and then it's got its it's beautiful in a new way now, and and that doesn't mean it's perfect. Is that fair?
Yes.
Sure.
This is amazing. We've seen Mercedes, I feel like a million different ways already on the show. Like, where is she when we pick up? How's she doing?
She is doing great. She's so good until she's maybe not. I don't know. Maybe she's great. Maybe she's not. Maybe she made some new friends this time around. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it relatively easy for you guys to get back into character? Did anyone do anything to kind of get back in that headspace? Or maybe just putting on those leather pants again?
I think it was a gift from Emily to be like, let's just meet you where you are. You don't have to go back and try to fit into some old pants or, and if you do, great. And if you don't, great.
Yeah.
And that was a real gift because I think we all love our characters in the show so much and we really want to make the fans happy. And I'll speak for myself, but I was like, I hope my personal evolution won't ruin it for people.
Sure.
And Emily was like, are you nuts? You're allowed to evolve. Yeah. And so I think that's been her gift from the beginning, is letting us be who we are and meeting us there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you guys something you can talk about. Are you excited? Do you remember your first scene on Wynonna Earp?
Ever.
Ever.
With Amex Platinum, you have access to the Centurion Lounge, so you can have your cake and eat it too. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Nervous to be a guest in your home, but you were also welcoming, and it was the best. It was so fun.
It was fun. It was really good to have you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I also did a walk and talk with Mel on my first day. It was the scene after I kicked down the door and with the boobs and all the stuff. I don't know why that's a very memorable part of what you decided to do on the day, because it was improvised and it was just hilarious. But it was the reunion moment for the sisters where it's I gave you this huge hug and you're kind of like, whoa, okay. And I just remember it being so fun and us skipping down the side of the road going, good. I was like, oh, I'm home. This feels good.
I love that because not a lot of people know that reference.
100%.
I don't know. It was like, oh my God, you're part of my childhood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My first scene was Boba Del Rey literally stepping on my head. Great. So it was a fun day. I just got in the dirt and had Michael Eklund stepping on my head. It was pretty awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then my first scene with Mel was us at the bar. And I remember the camera guy, after our first scene, went like this around the camera. And I was like, man, if we're getting props from this guy, we're good. So I was like, this is awesome. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
My first scene was I got to be whipping around the corner in my police car. It was with Dolls and Nedley. And it was just a real police kind of action scene. But one of my most memorable is also I think my second scene was with you in the bar. It has become such an iconic scene, and I remember that day so clearly. So those are my kind of my first two that were so different, each different part of Nicole. Yeah.
What about your first scene?
I wonder if it was on the bus, which is don't get off the bus. And I did, and I'm so glad. I think it was that, but so I remember sitting near the toilet and being like, why did I choose this? Even in make believe, I'm like, don't sit by the toilet.
Right.
But then I also, but also one of the early ones was with Tim at the bar, and no, sorry, it was in the homestead when you say that you're Doc Holliday, and it's well, shit, and that it was iconic to me in my head. It was one of the very first things, if not one of the. I don't remember, but it was at the bar. No, it was at the bottom of the stairs, and you're like,
what? Show
Doc
me how I did it
Holliday.
again?
Yeah.
Nice. Doc Holliday, and then I'm like, well,
It's the very end of an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my house.
It's because I just watched
I know.
It is at the homestead. You're correct. I do remember this. Do you guys, because obviously we've talked about you have such a rabid fandom, was there a moment where it actually kind of hit you for the first time where you realized like, oh, we've got to hit people like this?
Yes, it was actually at San Diego the first time we came here.
Okay.
And we were together, and we saw a lineup, and I saw people dressed as Waverly and Doc and Wynonna, and I was like, we were freaking out. Like, honestly, it was the most surreal, best feeling ever to see just people embracing it, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like they'd set it up. I think it was like, we'll just see if people turn up. Like, and we were kind of like, okay, it's going to be like a 5-minute, like, hey, there's a couple of people that like, new show and all of that. Yeah. And that feeling of like just seeing this queue going around the corner.
Around the block.
Yeah. And just being like, they're here for Wynonna Earp?
Uh-huh.
Like, it was super cool.
Amazing. And that was after season 1?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I think it had only just aired or something.
Awesome. And here you are, back for more.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody else, stay tuned to EW.com for all your Comic-Con needs.
Yay.
Yeah.